All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another MK1 video. Today was a big day for Mortal Kombat 1 because we got a balance patch with nerfs, buffs, and the death of Peacemaker. Well, not really, because he still has overall good, solid foundation. But a lot of what made Peacemaker potentially the best character in the game, and I think the most annoying character in the game, has been significantly nerfed. We'll get to him in a little bit when I'm going to show you guys the difference, or I guess not the difference, but I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I mean, you guys could turn on your consoles, but I was curious to see it myself, and it's pretty slow. The torpedo's pretty slow. But let's start off from the top here. Start off with Garrus. Inevitable now has 21 startup frames, down from 26. That's a nice little buff. I believe Inevitable is the snap. So you will now be able to react with the snap faster than you had been able to before. Time fall away plus back kick now recovers 2 frames faster. That's his sweep, right? Yeah, back kick is sweep. Adjust hit region of Sandstorm, making it easier to send opponents forward. So now Sandstorm is going to allow you to get combos easier, and not just off of, potentially forward 2-4, but maybe you could get Sandstorm combos from other combo strings that you wouldn't be able to get from before. I have to test that out. I have to see what people are coming up with. Increase maximum range of colliding worlds. Fatal blow. So now you could actually react from full screen with Garrus' fatal blow. It's going to track from full screen. So that's a nice little buff right there because, I always thought that it had a full screen presence, but it didn't. Now it does. So now you can react from things from pretty much full screen. All right, let's move on to Havoc. Chaos kick, back kick now recovers 1 frame faster. That's just a stand 4. Dislocated front kick now has 13 startup frames, down from 15. I don't really see too many people use the stand 3 too much, but, it's always good to have a reduction in frames. Drop dead towards plus front punch plus front kick now recovers 15 frames faster and takes less frames of block stun. All right, here we go. Johnny Cage. Show off parry now has 8 startup frames, up from 6. So that's the regular parry. Now enhanced show off parry now has 4 startup frames, up from 0. I didn't even know that the meter burn show off parry was an instant reversal that led to pretty much a full combo if the opponent was trying to do a full combo string. That is a huge difference because now you're going to be able to hit Johnny Cage on wake up if he doesn't use his meter burn reversal. And we'll talk about that right now. Show off and enhanced show off can no longer be delayed. So you can't delay his parry anymore. Wow. That is interesting right there because, sometimes they hold it on for a long time and you're like, wait a minute, could I attack now? Could I attack now? You hit them. You even wait, you're patient, and they still whoop your ass after you hit their parry. Shadow kick and enhanced shadow kick now has 10 frames or 10 starter frames, up from 8, and has 2 more frames of recovery on miss. So 2 extra frames for Johnny Cage. I'm going to go all the way down and look at Peacemaker because I want to show you guys visually what's going on here. Peacemaker, active human torpedo and enhanced human torpedo now has 16 startup frames, up from 12, and 13 more frames of recovery on miss. Ooh, I already tested it out. You could tell the difference big time. Active human torpedo no longer causes stumble animation when blocked, and has 10 frames of block stun, or 10 less frames of block stun. So pretty much, you block a torpedo, you're going to be able to punish with anything you want. You could create a new move from scratch and be able to punish it. Beautiful Bird Bullet, now it has 10 less frames of block stun with less pushback on block. I think that's eagly, that's a back eagly that a lot of people use to end their combos or end their block strings. Ground Air Offensive now has less frames of block stun with less pushback on block. I don't know what the hell that is. We'll check it out. Active Force Field now has 30 more frames of recovery. Oh my God. You guys know that the Force Field pretty much recovered instantly. So it was hard to punish him trying to activate Force Field. But now it has 30 more frames of recovery. This game runs at a clean 60 frames per second. That's half a second added to the recovery of activate force field. That's what's up. Anti-gravity attack now does 35 less damage on block, down from 50. So I'll show you guys. I'll put the gameplay right now. All right, so I have the game on here. Let's go over Peacemaker first, just because we're already on him. So activate human torpedo. Look at this, guys. This, like, it might not look it, but it feels significantly slower. It feels significantly slower whenever you start up. Obviously, 4 frames added onto torpedo startup is a big deal. Now you're actually going to be able to break his armor easier with characters that have fast hitting moves. All right, let's switch to Johnny and let's just check out the block stun. Let's see. So there is still block stun. Here, let me actually do a better one. I'll just block afterwards. So you could pretty much punish with anything, right? You could punish with stand 4. You could punish with, you know, forward 1. It doesn't really matter. It does. You could. It still has the same block stun animation, but now you don't feel like you're stuck there, not able to move. You could. Whoa, hold up. All right, there you go. Now you could actually move and punish with whatever the hell you want. All right, let's shut that off for now. Let's go back here. Let me see, what else do we have? Beautiful bird bullet. I just want to make sure that we have the right moves. Let me see, where is this? Beautiful bird bullet. Yeah, it's this one right here. So now, you know, stuff like, wait, what was his combo string? Stuff like this should have less block stun. Whoops. All right, let's activate this. Wait, how do you, there you go. All right. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I definitely could tell the difference here. Oh my god, you could actually punish that? You could actually punish that all day. There was always a gap in there, but now you could actually punish it because of the added recovery frames. Gotta be quick with that one, but I did it once. Doesn't mean I can't do it again. There you go. So that's another nerf right there to good old Peacemaker. Now whenever someone does something like that, you could actually punish them depending on what character you're using. It's not going to work on all characters, but, you know, depending on what character you're using, you're going to be able to punish. Let me put the life bars at 100, because next up is ground air offense. What the hell is ground air offense? Ground air offense. Oh, this one. Ground air offense now has 5 less frames of block stun when with less pushback on block. So this actually, it's still going to be punishable because, I mean, this was super punishable, but it seems like now it has 5 frames of block stun less. Activate force field. How do you There you go. Oh my god, this is crazy. You guys know, you fought enough Peacemakers to know that when they activate force field, they're able to jump immediately, they're able to move immediately. Look at the difference that half a second of recovery makes on this. I'm trying my hardest to hold up, right? I'm holding up right here, and it takes that long to actually be able to move after force field. That is a huge nerf, because another one of the reasons why Peacemaker was so annoying was because not only does he have amazing zoning with Eagly, all this shit, you can send out Chameleon, but then you also couldn't zone him back because he recovered instantly after doing force field. It's a huge nerf with the zoning game. That is crazy. First time feeling this. Alright, anti-gravity attack. Oh, you're not supposed to hold it. So that right there used to do 5% chip damage no matter what, even if you upblock it, even if you do whatever. But now it's going to do, what is it, 35 damage. So let's check it out. So now instead of doing 5% damage or 50 damage, now it's doing 35. And as you guys see, that's why this is so good, because even if you up-block it, you still take that damage. So that's why a lot of people would lose to anti-gravity, and you know, in game-ending situations, the Peacemaker player would just spam this because it's gonna do damage guaranteed no matter what, unless you flawless block it. Alright, so those are the nerfs to Peacemaker. I think they're pretty significant nerfs because, like I said, the back eagly is now going to be punishable depending on what character you're using. Let me see what the difference is with the low eagly. I don't think they're going to make it. I don't think it's safe, right? No, it's not. It's not going to be safe. It's just going to be a little bit. There's going to be a little bit more block stun, but yeah, it's not going to be safe whatsoever. It seems like a lot of the pressure that Peacemaker was doing is now going to be unsafe because you can't just cancel your move into eagly. At least, I'm pretty sure forward 4-1 is safe, right? Let me see. So yeah, forward 4-1 is safe. So now you're going to be in your opponent's face. That's the thing before. When Peacemaker would go into his offense, he would do back eagly, he would go backwards and still be completely safe, and he was at a range where he dominates the game, which is mid to long range. But now you're going to have to be in your opponent's face because you can't cancel this into eagly without getting punished with some characters. You could always armor through it, but now if you block it, you're going to be able to punish it easier. And of course, the torpedo, a big significant difference in human torpedo. So, and also he has even more recovery frames when he gets up, so it's going to be easier to dash in and get a punish. Maybe not from that close. Let me see. Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky if you're like very close to him and he actually does it on wake up. It's still going to be tricky to punish him, but what you want to do in that situation is just block it, because then you could go into whatever you want. But trying to avoid it is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass if you don't want to take that chip damage. All right, let's move up again to Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage show off parry. This right here, you actually can't hold it anymore. So now it's just a set time. And there is significant recovery after that. So if you don't want to hit the parry, you just gotta wait this time, because now he can't hold it. He can't hold the regular one, he can't hold the meter burn one anymore. And this has 8 frames of startup now, up from 6, and then this right here starts up in 4 frames instead of 0. So if you knock Johnny Cage down, you're gonna be able to meaty him properly. It could be no longer be delayed. And then this is a shadow kick now. 10 frames is still good. 10 frames is still really good, but in the grand scheme of things, a 2-frame difference could make a huge difference, because that's an extra 2 frames that your opponent has to try to break your armor. And also, if you avoid his shadow kick, now frames, or Johnny has 2 more frames of recovery, so you have an extra 2 frames to punish him. But this is still good. 10 frames is still good. It's definitely not 8. 8 is, I mean, this was one of the best reversals in the game because you could combo into it from a lot of characters. But 10 frames is still really good. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference with Johnny Cage, to be honest with you guys. But I think this right here is a huge deal, because this is what a lot of Johnny players would use to get out of situations, and especially the meter burn version, because it's pretty much a armored launcher. You get hit by the parry and you're fucked. So that's Johnny Cage and Peacemaker, probably the hardest hitting ones. Actually, let me see, now that I'm here, let me read off. I'll go in order, I'll come back in order, but I want to see if there's anything for Chameleon. Cameo fighters, just Sonya, Striker, Motaro. Okay, I'll go back to reading them right now, but that was Johnny and Peacemaker. So now let's move on here, back on track. So we just got done with Johnny. Katana reduced the combo damage scaling of Square Wave and Enhanced Square Wave. That's just the up fan, right? That's good because, you know, Katana has always been known to be a damage monster. She's always been one of the highest damaging characters ever. So the fact that she doesn't do that, unless you're using specific cameos, you know, it's a real shame. I'm pretty sure that's Square Wave. Maybe Square Wave is just the up kick, which in that case, I don't know why the hell. That's just a little bit of damage that you add on at the end. Lee May, first attack of something champion. Pancreation champion. Back kick, front kick, back punch, front punch. Now has 16 starter frames, down from 19. Another speed change right there for attacks. I haven't played Lee May in a bit, so I'm not going to know too much of this. Sky Lantern, after being ignited by Nova Blast, now hits mid. Ooh, I know that, though. That's going to be a real nice change for Lee May. So when she puts out the Lantern, if you shoot it, it explodes. And before it used to be a high, and now it's going to be a mid. And if it hits you, you pop up for a combo. Or you just, like, pop up into the air. Lee May could convert it into a combo. She could do her flying kick across the screen. But now you're going to have to block that instead of just crouching it. So that's a nice little buff right there to her zoning game. Lion's Pounce towards plus front kick now has 3 more active frames and recovers 7 frames faster. Towards plus front kick. I think, isn't that the kick that she hits you? It looks like a low, or it might be a low. I have no idea. Like I said, I haven't played Lee May in a bit. All right, Natara must feed. Front punch, back kick. Now can be 2-in-1 canceled and does 20 less damage. Front punch, and back kick. Which one's that one? Is that the one where she does, that's 1, 2, 4. So you could actually cancel that? 2-in-1 cancel that now? Wow, okay. That's really good because I do remember in Natara, you had to commit to 2, 1, 2. Wait, it was a 2. No, it was a 1, 2, 1, 2. Like you had to commit to all that if you wanted to do the full launcher. But now you could do 1, 2, 4 and then go on from there. So they just gave her another way to cancel into her special moves, which is nice. Reptilio, devastating blow. Away plus back punch now recovers 4 frames faster and has 5 more frames of block stun. So that's Reptile's overhead. I guess they just wanted to make it safe, which is fair because the overhead doesn't lead to anything. It's only the charge overhead that leads to a full combo. So if they want to give a little bit more safety to Reptilio, then that's fine with me. Nice overhead. I think it does like 7%. It's not too crazy. Devastating blow, charge, away plus back punch, hold back punch. And devastating blow charge maximum, away plus back punch, hold back punch, now recovers 5 frames faster. Okay. I mean, weren't they already safe if you charge it up? I don't remember. They might not be safe though. Who knows? I haven't played Reptile enough to know. Tale of two Heidi's? I have no idea. Back punch plus back kick. Who names these things? Back punch plus back kick and sneaky lizard towards plus back punch and back kick now recovers 3 frames faster on hit and has 5 more block stun frames. Acid spit, enhance acid spit ball, and enhance acid spit ball now have 5 less block stun frames. Okay, next up here is SubZero, freezing point, towards plus front punch. Oh, I like this change right here. Towards plus front punch, back punch, front kick is now -7 on block, down from -12. That's really nice right there because, you know, obviously SubZero has 401-2. Now you could do 401-2-3 and you remain safe. If you have Sonya, you could use her for a combo. Or if you have Chameleon, you could mix up the Melina ball roll with SubZero's roll. I mean, SubZero's 401-2-3. So that's a nice little change. I wonder if there's still a gap in between that because I'm pretty sure SubZero had a gap in between that. But a little bit more safety for SubZero. Blistering Blizzard, back punch plus front punch now recovers 2 frames faster and has consistent combo damage scaling for airborne and grounded opponents. That's good because whenever you start off with a back attack, back punch, back kick, you should get more damage. But for some reason, the scaling on 2-1 was off. So the fact that now it's going to scale properly and you might actually be able to do more damage from it, it's going to be nice, a nice change for SubZero. Scorpion, heavy knee, towards plus front kick. Cancel frames is 2 frames earlier and has 1 less frame recovery. All right, forward 3. Fire pillar, thrust, towards plus front kick plus back kick now has 18 starter frames, down from 19. I heard a lot of people say that this 1 frame change means that there's not going to be a gap in forward 3-4 anymore. I didn't even know that there was a gap in forward 3-4, but if that's what the 1 frame change causes, then I'm happy with that. We already went over Peacemaker. And then Cameo Fighters, Sonya's leg grab now has 25 startup frames, down from 29. Hits overhead, was mid, and is +1 on block. Ooh, Sonya's back, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually a really nice change and buff to Sonya, because her onion rings actually got buffed before, so her onion rings recover really fast. Her projectile is not bad. You could hold it and go for setups, and now you have a +1 on block overhead launcher with Sonya. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna be trying out Sonya with some of these characters, because that is a nice change right there. I like that change a lot. 4 frames, it starts up 4 frames faster, hits overhead, and is +1 on block. That's a really nice change. All right, Striker, fix an issue when second grenade in low grenade toss and high grenade toss could sometimes have additional combo gravity. Cuff now has less frames of recovery on miss and is +1 on block. Okay. It's up from 9. Damn. So it's kind of similar to the Movado one, because the Movado grab from behind, your plus on block. Striker reaches slightly further for the opponent. Okay. Adjust the teleport location when main fighter isn't facing the opponents. Probably just a little bug fix right there. And Cameo Movado, increase base health value to 250 from 200. Ooh, okay. So Movado doesn't take away health anymore. Did he take 100 health before, or was it just the 50? Because it seems like you know, they took away one of the negatives of him, which was taking away some of your health. I don't really remember. I could have sworn it was 100, but it might have been only 50. But it would make sense if it was 100 and they removed half of that. But I mean, any change to a reduction in life that your Cameo causes just by picking them is a positive. Like Motaro, for example, I know he has a lot of positives to his game, but man, having 100 health taken away from your character, base health, is really annoying. So I'm glad that they changed that for Movado. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the patch that we're going to be playing for the foreseeable future until Takeda comes out. And then we'll see what they come up with when Takeda comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do so. And if you want to see some more, there's videos popping up on the screen right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.